This video will outline how to use the announcement widget and create a new announcement within it. So go to the announcements widget. Okay. If you haven't created an announcement yet, you're going to see kind of this light blue box here where it just says to get started, create a new announcement. We're going to click there. And this brings you into the new announcement editor. So this will be the main headline that shows up. In this case, I'm just going to write test. And in content, this is where you would type out your announcement. And this is where the announcements tool gets, really differentiates itself from the activity feed. The activity feed generally is meant for short bursts of information, whereas the announcements allows a much more robust message to be able to be crafted and allows you to put a lot more pictures throughout it, videos, links, those types of things. So you get the full WYSIWYG toolbar, which allows you to put in things from outside of the VLE, such as embedding YouTube videos or sways, including hyperlinks to links outside of the VLE, those types of things. You can also include pictures from your computer, as well as quick links to other tools within the VLE. So if your announcement is about reminding students to complete an assignment, you could actually link to that assignment, or to a discussion, or to a particular new content thing that you want them to take a look at that night or in the day. So that's a nice feature that allows you to connect to different things within the VLE quickly. And of course, you can obviously edit all the text through the main text editors and allows you, different fonts and things like that. So in this case, I'm just going to do a really quick one there. The other thing I'll direct your attention to are these buttons down here. The main ones that I want to look at is if you are interested in HTML editing or you know how, this is how you get to the full HTML editor. And secondly, if you, generally it's good practice, no matter what you're creating, wherever you're creating something like this within an HTML editor, is to check the accessibility. So you can actually click that button and the VLE has the accessibility checker built right in where it will take a look at the text, the color, the layout, and just make sure that it is accessible for all students. So once you have your announcement all written, if you scroll down, there's a few more features that you can set. First and foremost, you can set a start date. So if you just click now, it just means it will post the minute you press publish. You could also set it to a future date. So if I wanted to set it for like next Friday, I could do that and set a particular time. In this case, let's assume this announcement is something I want to go out right away. You can also create an end date. So if it is time sensitive and only going to be relevant for a certain number of days, you can click an end date and it will remove the announcement from visibility on that date and time. You can also include attachments such as, assignments or board documents or anything really that you want to attach to it that you want students to be able to click on and download. Additionally, you can also record audio. So if you want to, just for accessibility reasons, you want to record what you wrote in the text in an audio format, you can do that, or a video of yourself. That's a way to do it right within the VLE. And finally, you can attach a variety of different release conditions to it. So if you only want a certain group of students to see this and they're already in a group, then you can make it so that only that group can see it. Or if they only see the announcement if they've submitted a certain assignment, or there are so many different release conditions that you can attach, and that's available for you. Once you're ready, you can press publish. And because we set it as today's date, we already know it is immediately published. You'll note that I also have another one scheduled to be posted on Monday at 9 a.m. So you'll see that as scheduled. And that's it. We're ready and we've posted our announcement. If you want to take a look at it, you just go back to the main page by clicking on your course name. And you'll see now that's the announcement, obviously a very small one that I've made. A few other quick things. If you click on the down arrow beside assignments and you go to the assignments tool, that brings you back to that page that we saw as soon as we posted in a new announcement. Just so you can see a list of all of the ones you've ever created in the shell, including ones that are no longer published. You'll still see them. They don't delete themselves unless you choose to. So they may be unpublished where students can't see it, but they still exist for you to be able to use maybe in future shells. Just going to go back to this tool for one more quick thing. So again, I'm going to press that down arrow. The only other key thing that you can do is you can reorder your announcements. So if there's one announcement that you'd kind of like pinned at the top, unfortunately there's no pin button, but you can keep forcing it to the top by clicking on that reorder announcement and making it the #1 announcement each time you post a new announcement. And finally, you can customize this widget. So if we click there, you get a few different options for your course shell. So, maybe I only want to ever display 3 announcements, and the rest of the announcements sort of go into that archive area that students can access as well and see any published items. Or if, I know that no matter what I'm posting new announcements, nothing is ever going to be something that I want them to see. That's, if it's more than 14 days old, I can click that. And in that case, it will just change sort of some of the key features of the announcements button, or widget, sorry. And that's how to generally use the announcement widget and post new ones and organize them.